welcome back to my channel. My name is Celeste, and today I bring you a winter TBR. For this TBR, I'm not going to be choosing for my TBR jar because it is just very, very unappealing to me right now to have books chosen for me. So I will be choosing my own books, and it'll be more of a mood TBR. So this TBR will be encompassing the remainder of winter, so January and February. Winter here is kind of like non-existent. It's finally starting to cool down here. I think the high today is like 58 or something, which is cold for us. So the books I've been getting from the TBR jar haven't been bad. I just want the option to choose the books I read. I think I'm in a bit of a reading slump, and it's kind of kicking my ass right now. I just want to look at my shelves and see what really speaks to me. With that being said, I do have some carryovers from last month. So I have these three. I have The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, Dr. Sleep by Stephen King, and of course, The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. The first two are horror, and The Way of Kings is an epic fantasy, and I am interested in reading them, all of them. Finishing Way of Kings, but starting Dr. Sleep and The Only Good Indians. I just did not get around to it in December because, again, I feel like I've been in a little bit of a reading slump, so I didn't really get to a whole lot of books that were on my TBR for December. I might even use Dr. Sleep and The Only Good Indians for Winterween, which is a challenge run by Gabby Reads here on YouTube. I do want to say that I did make progress in The Way of Kings since the last time I talked about it, so good for me. The rest of the books I will be discussing, I am super excited for. First one is Blood on the Tracks by Shuzo Oshimi. And this is basically a manga about a mother and a son, and the mother is like very, very obsessed with her son. I think it's basically like Norma and Norman Bates, but I don't know if there's murder involved. I haven't read it yet, so obviously I don't know, but the art style is gorgeous, and I'm sure it'll be a super quick, fun, easy read. Next up will be a reread, so I don't have to talk about it, but I'm going to anyway because I don't give a shit, okay? And that is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I absolutely love this book. It's one of the good books that you read in high school that you actually enjoy. I actually named my first horse after Gatsby. I miss that man. It's a classic for a reason. It's about old money and new money, and a romance between old money and new money, and kind of this downfall for someone in particular. And obviously, if you haven't read it, like, I don't know where you've been. It's been around for like 100 years. I love this book, and I'm sure I love the reread. I think it'll be my 5th time rereading it. The next one is Acceptance by Jeff Vandermeer. This is the 3rd and I believe final book in the Area X trilogy. I have been slacking on finishing this series. My friend, who is also in a book club with me, shout out to her, she finished this like months ago, and she's like, what have you been doing? I'm pretty sure she's reading Absolution now, and I just really need to catch up and read Acceptance and then Absolution. And I'm not going to go into what this book is about because I've talked about it countless times on my channel, but it is a sci-fi horror. It's good, it's atmospheric, it's spooky, it's eerie, it's very good. I actually have no idea what this one's about exactly. I believe they might be going back into Area X, but I'm not 100% sure, if I'm being honest. I really enjoyed the first two, so I'm hoping I really enjoy this one too, as well as Absolution when I get to it. Another book that I want to read this winter is What Feasts at Night by T. Kingfisher. This is the second in a series. There are a lot of series on this TBR, by the way. This is the second in a series. The first is a Fall of the House of Usher retelling. So basically the soldier receives a letter from his dear friend, or their dear friend, sorry. And they learn that their friend is very sick, so they travel to their mansion and find out things are actually way worse than the letter told them. So this is the second book. I don't know what this one's about necessarily. I think it kind of goes more into what happened at the end of What Moves the Dead. So very, very looking forward to this one. It's spooky, it's eerie, and I love T. Kingfisher's writing style. I really, really liked What Moves the Dead, so I'm hoping this one brings the same feeling. I also want to get to The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore. This is also the second in a series, but the series itself follows small town romances, and they're all different couples. So I don't think you necessarily need to read them in order. I read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe last year, and it was okay. So I'm not really expecting much out of this one. I believe it follows a woman who owns a bookstore, and then the guy that's the love interest is like, I think he's like a fisherman or something. Don't quote me on that, but I love this cover. It's gorgeous, and that's why I own it, if I'm being completely honest with you. So this should be a pretty quick, easy read. Hopefully fun. I'll let you know. A book I am really looking forward to is A Pocket of Lies by R.A. Sandpiper. This is about a thief whose robbery goes wrong because she is posing as a princess at a party, and someone crashes the party and kind of ruins her plans. And it's a slow burn, enemies to lovers, fantasy, and I heard about it on TikTok from the author. So I picked it up because she made it sound very interesting. So I'm hoping I get to this one in the next couple months and enjoy it. Next we have Butter by Asuko Izuki. I have been looking forward to this one for a long time. It is about a serial killer who is also a chef, or a chef who is also a serial killer. It kind of goes both ways, I guess. And honestly, all you had to tell me was that. I really like the cover. It's gorgeous. I haven't actually heard too much about it, so I'm not sure like what the consensus is. Do people like it? Do people not like it? Is it just okay? But I'm gonna read it and we're gonna see if it leads up to the hype that I'm giving for it. We have another Stephen Graham Jones, and that is Mapping the Interior. I was about to say by Stephen Graham Jones, I just said that. This is basically about a boy. He sees a figure in his house in full Blackfeet regalia, and he's like, wait, that kind of looks like my dad though, who, by the way, mysteriously died. And so he follows the figure and finds out that his house is deeper and larger than he imagined. It's really short. It's only like barely over 100 pages. So I could read this in one sitting if I really wanted to. And I'm hoping that it's creepy and eerie and spooky, because I'm pretty sure that's what Stephen Graham Jones is known for. So especially since it's so short, I'm all for it. The last book for this TBR is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This is the 5th book in a series. If you don't know what Harry Potter is about, go look it up. I'm not gonna explain it, okay? But yeah, this is the 5th book in a series, so I'm not really gonna get into what it's about. And in my opinion, the movie wasn't my favorite. I think it's probably my least favorite out of all of the movies. And it's been a while since I've read the series, so I don't know if the book will live up to the movie or it'll be better than the movie. I'm sure it'll be better than the movie. Like, let's be real. But, and it's pretty long, so I'm thinking there's gonna be a lot of details in there that weren't in the movie. And there are just some characters introduced in this one that I'm just like, you're not it. but that was kind of the point of it, I guess. But I feel like not a lot happens in the movie in this one, so I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm sure I'll love it because it's Harry Potter, and you can't go wrong with Harry Potter, but I'm not expecting like huge things, I guess. It's a chonker, but Harry Potter's pretty easy to get through, so it should be a very quick, fun, easy read. So here we have the 12 books that I will be hopefully getting to in the next 2 months, in January and February. I have some faith, but also not a lot, because I do have library holds that are coming up and that I'll need to read as well. That I'm not including on this TBR because I don't know when I'm getting them. So I'll have those to read as well as all these books. There's too many things to read and do, and not enough time or motivation to do those things. If you have gotten this far into the video, leave any food emoji for butter. And if you feel so inclined, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in another video. Bye!